Boop-a-doop-doop. We're live. Hooray. Okay, yes, we are live. Cool. Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm Amanda Call. This is a page from my comic, Age of Night. We've been working on this for 3 sessions now, and we're going to work on it again tonight for another hour. So at this point, it is entirely penciled, it is entirely lettered, and we are starting on the background inking. I got one panel of background inking done last time, and so we're going to continue. So I have my Royal Talons Indian ink, and I have my Hunt 107 nib pen, and I'm going to use the nib pen to start working on that background. And I will do my level best to keep it in frame. Okay, so it's time for more rocks. Hey, Spud, thanks so much for joining me. Hope you are also having a good evening. Got rocks, rocks, rocks. I'm gonna slowly build up these textures and values. Takes a while. Lots of little dots. Hope everyone has had a good start to their week and had a good weekend. I was really lucky. I got to do an artist retreat this past weekend. Me and some of my friends from the New England con scene went out to one of them, their family has a lake house on Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire, and we spent the weekend out there, and it was really lovely. I got a lot of work done. We did some fun collaborative pieces, and also just got to hang out with each other and spend time together where we weren't at a convention. So we all have fun hanging out at a convention, but during the day when we're working during the convention, we're constantly in the middle of a sentence, and then someone walks up to our table, so we have to be like, oh, hold on, and then we go talk to the person who was at our table and totally forget the conversation we were having. And that's just kind of how that goes, repeat all day long, all weekend long. And then afterwards we'll go out to dinner with each other and all together and everything, but we're all exhausted, and so by that time none of us are terribly good company. We're all just So it was very nice getting to spend time together in a much more relaxed, low pressure type situation. Filling in the rocks. Do. All right, that's 2 entire rocks. Like I said, these take a while. And as of today, it is officially summer. Hooray! I know it's kind of like a joke for a lot of people online that no one actually really likes summer. It's just nostalgia for when you were a kid and it's when you had free time. I love summer. Summer's my favorite. I like that it's warm. I like that everything is growing. I love that I get to garden and there's a lot of sunlight and I can spend time with my family and go swimming and kayaking, hiking, all the stuff I really enjoy. I really love doing outdoorsy stuff, but I'm a wimp about the cold, so it's like any of the like outdoorsy winter activities. I'm just like, no, except for like snowshoeing in moderation. And that's basically just like walking. Can't be too cold though, or else I still won't even do that. I'm just like, nope, gonna stay in here. Thanks anyway. And I like the spring and fall, but around here the spring is still cold and very wet, and there are lots of bugs. And around here, the fall is hunting season, and so I can't do too many outside things because I might get shot. Which is unfortunate and true. A little rock over here. These rocks in the foreground first, and then we'll do that rock behind them. And this little tuft of grass here. Oh, running low on ink. Get some more ink. You're just doing like these tiny little strokes like this. You get a surprising amount of ink in just this tiny little pen nib. It'll go for quite a long time. All right, we're gonna get some of this tack back here on this horse figured out too. Right, all kind of picked out. And this horse is black, so we kind of should probably do the thing like we do with Drake, where we pick out features to leave outlined for later. Blanket rolled up back there. And the saddlebag. All right. I'm gonna get this. Hey, Hungry, thanks so much for joining me. To help differentiate the different parts of this horse when we get to the inking stage, or the brush stage, I should say. We are inking, that's what we're doing. There we go. All right, looks like they're supposed to be. I'm trying to remember what I drew. It's sometimes a challenge. Paper's being kind of bouncy. Gotta hold it still with my fingertips here. Try not to go too heavy on these rocks in the background because I really don't want them competing with what's going on in the foreground. Try to keep kind of a lighter touch back there. Ooh. All sorts of rocks. Hey, thanks so much. Amaris Joseph, thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Glad to have you stop in on the stream. If you haven't been to any of these streams before, I'm just working on one of my comic pages. I'll be working for about an hour. And if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. It might take me a second to look up and see them on the screen, but I will answer them if I can. Otherwise, I'll just periodically be making comments to myself. Well, to you guys, but unprompted by anything specifically. Oh, so close to finishing this panel. So close. Just one big rock left. All right. Get a little bit of extra depth in that rock because it's just kind of a big flat shape right now. Building up some of these areas. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, cool. So that's backgrounds on the top tier done. And now we're going to work on this one. Oh, look, more rocks. Imagine that. I'm going to take a break from rocks for a minute and do the laces on Zeke's tunic here. There's that. All right. I guess it's back to rocks. I guess that's primarily what I've signed myself up for on this page, huh? Again, try to create a little bit of depth in this rock by having some areas that are shaded a little bit more dark, just to kind of make it look like there's something going on this surface, other than it just being a big, flat, featureless face. And some grass. Is that the mail coming in some random vehicle late at night? I don't know. They stopped at the house next door in front of the mailbox for a little while, but they didn't stop here. I don't know. It's weird. We'll see. So I wonder if we're going to get this one, how close to done we're going to get this one by the end of tonight. We're already 20 minutes in. This last panel is that's going to be a thing. That's going to take me some time. We'll see if we end up getting close enough to done to do another week or not on this one. I can still do one more week because it doesn't have to be up for patrons until next Wednesday / Thursday morning. Because I always have, my patrons are always a week ahead of the public posting. So like this week they're getting page 3, and the public is going to get up on my website. Page 2 will be posting publicly tomorrow. So next week, page 3 will be posting on the website, and patrons will have this page. So rocks, rocks, rocks. Lots of dots on my rocks. Just slowly take it one section at a time and try not to get overwhelmed by how much space I have to fill with tiny dots. Hooray, it's another rock. More dots. Obscure mid-aughts internet humor. Okay, well that's like one half of this done. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. That only took a couple of minutes. Alright, there's another little tuft of grass. I'm gonna give him a little buddy down here. Ah, so close to being done with this one. I feel like those little tufts of grass are getting kind of lost over here. I guess that'll work. I guess that'll work. All right. So that's the middle tier. Background is done. Hooray! We're only 34 minutes in. Not too bad. Like I said, these streams are usually about an hour. I try to keep them just under an hour so that everybody has a chance to get up and stretch and do other stuff. Go get a drink of water. All right. Not really much I need to do for the pen on this panel or this panel. These will mostly be done with brush. So now we're going to come over here to this last panel, which is going to take me a minute by the looks of things. There's a lot of little bits and bobs here. Hey. 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 It's kind of stuffy in here. Do you want to turn the dehumidifier on? Thank you. My husband did not realize I was talking to him. He had his headphones on. He's trying to be good and not make noises and interrupt me.
No.
Moo. Oh, that feels better already. Just a little bit of dehumidifying. I do like it pretty warm. And I don't typically run the air conditioner like at all during the summer because I'm like, it's fine. It doesn't get that hot here. We live in Maine. It's not bad. But having a heat pump with a dehumidify function is really helpful when trying to create art in the summertime. Because I'd come out here sometimes before we had that, and my paper would just be like so like saturated with just the atmospheric moisture that it would be like I'd be drawing on it and you'd be like making ruts in it. It was like trying to draw on clay. So gross. The ink takes forever to dry, and if you try to paint anything, it takes forever to dry. It's just like, ugh, yuck. Dehumidifier, definitely worthwhile, even if I don't like want to put on actual air conditioning. Just cutting the humidity down helps a lot. Hey, thanks, bud. I'm really happy with how that came out, too. Poor Zeke. He's been getting jerked around by Balthazar for so long. Looks kind of like he might be getting fed up with it. Yay. All right, there's our first row of rocks. First row of several. Now we're going to do some horsies. Well, ran out of ink. Try again. Aw, there's a horsey. Peacefully grazing, left behind. Poor horse. And some dirt. And some more rocks. Oh, that's right. And this is the black horsey. That looks very weird like that. Hopefully that looks less weird. That leg will look less weird and broken once I fill it in. I'm not sure if that looks better. Looks kind of silly. just going to fill in with a brush later. Get these little legs, but that big old body we'll do later with the brush. Because that's kind of a lot to try to fill in with my pen. Here you go, horsey. There's some grass for you. What are we at? 48 minutes. Okay. We're getting close to the end there. We have done a whole bunch of rocks. So much rocks. That has been the thing this evening. Of course, now that horse looks very silly because he's only partially colored in. Big old rock over here. Very square rock, apparently, is what I drew. Sure, why not? Alright, we're down to the last 10-ish minutes of the stream, so I'm going to remind people of all the YouTube things and stuff. I'm Amanda Call. This is a page from my webcomic, Age of Night. You can read Age of Night on my website, ageofnight.com, ageofnight.com. Updates with a new page every week, usually Wednesday night / Thursday morning. The whole thing is available to read for free. I'm up to chapter 27 online. However, if you would like to financially support my work, you can support me on Patreon. That's patreon.com/ageofnight, spelled the same way as the comic. All patrons get their comic pages a week before they go live to the public. You also get free comics when you join up, behind the scenes sneak peeks, all sorts of fun stuff. And I super appreciate it, and it helps to support me doing this, so that's great. You can also buy copies of Age of Night on the various places where you can buy things online, books and comics and things. So that's like Amazon, Drive-Thru Comics. You can get PDF versions from the Skirmisher website, skirmisher.com, my digital publishing partner. You can also get signed copies of the book from me at a convention. The next convention I'm going to be at is going to be Plastic City Comic Con in Fitchburg, Massachusetts in mid-July. It's like July Teens weekend. I forget what day that is. It's like that Saturday, that part of July. In like a little less than a month. Which reminds me I have to order stuff. Which reminds me I have stuff to order. If you like watching these streams and hanging out with me while I work, then be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you're notified when I go live. I do these streams usually every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, barring stuff going on. But I usually try to let people know on my other socials if I'm not going to make the stream or if I have to change the time or anything like that. Speaking of, you can follow me on Instagram at AmandaCallArt. You can follow me on Twitter at Age of Night. Age of Night has a Facebook page. Oh yes, and I'm on TikTok at AmandaCallArt. Is that all the things? I'm not sure if that's all the things, but that feels like it for now anyway. Look at that. Coming out pretty nice. So obviously I'm not going to be done with the background inking on this page in the next 3 minutes. So we're going to have to continue finishing that up, which will really just be this little section of this panel we'll have to finish next time. I'm going to finish this rock, and then that's going to be it for tonight. So let me get that rock done. And then next week we'll be able to finish doing this background inking and get as much of the brush inking, which will be like the figures, done as possible. And that'll be it for this page for the stream. And then we're going to switch back over to another I Am the First page, because that's what we've been doing here, is jumping back and forth between Age of Night pages and I Am the First pages, because those are the 2 comics I'm working on right now, because I thought it was a brilliant idea to work on 2 comics at once. Okay. All right, so that is going to do it for tonight. We've got a whole bunch of rocks inked, and this panel, and this panel. That took a while, but we've made a lot of good progress. So thank you, everyone, for coming and hanging out with me. Thanks, Amaris Joseph, for joining me for the first time. I appreciate it. I will see you all next time. Bye. Where'd they go?